minimum, you know? And this is when I realized that sin...
Shut up! What a chatterbox you are. Sit.
Wait a minute. The interrogation room?
How perspicacious.
Aren't you supposed to interrogate Sin first?
In due time. Sit!
Okay. Man, those cuffs sure are tight. They aren't really necessary, you know.
Don't be a child. This is the procedure.
Yeah, procedures schmeegers. You haven't changed a bit, huh? After all these years.
This is irrelevant to the case.
So, what am I guilty of?
We'll determine that.
I don't feel comfortable with this robot watching us.
To perform technical requirements such as recording and testing the equipment. Just ignore it.
Starting.
What's this contraption for?
The procedure?
Enough with your procedure, Drivel. I have the right to know what this is.
Fine. That's a lie detector.
What? I thought these weren't reliable enough to...
The engineers have made remarkable improvements.
False positives are now reduced to 0.02%, which was as such. This equipment has been recently approved by our government.
A very precious asset.
Calibration in process. Subject needs to stay still.
A word of advice, you'd better not lie.
Or what? That thing's gonna electroshock me? No way! Is this even legal?
Calibration over.
Perfectly legal. I could show you the description of the law, but I'm not even sure you can read.
I've been to school. For a few years.
Shall we start? Listen carefully. I will ask you 10 questions. For each one, you've got exactly 10 seconds to reply.
It is highly recommended to give the first answer that comes to mind.
Our only aim is solving this case. If the device detects a lie...
Let me guess. Electroshock?
Uh-huh.
Glad I don't have hair then. It would be such a mess.
Starting timer.
All right. First question. What is your name?
You know my name, Inspector.
I'm not Inspector anymore. From now on, call me Commissioner Wes.
Oh, okay. Inspector. Commissioner.
This question is meant to provide cross-checking for fine-tuning end results.
I still didn't hear your name.
Oh, yeah. It's BROK.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Last name?
It's just BROK.
Subject now registered as just BROK.
No, I meant... forget it.
Next question. What's your job?
It's obvious. Private detective.
Uh-huh. If I remember correctly, you used to be a boxer.
I ended my boxing career right after the fighting pits were closed.
They got replaced by virtual arenas. Give it a try. You could make a lot of money.
Oh, well, I wouldn't dare to participate. They're illegal.
Uh-huh. No.
The subject seems nervous. Sweat has increased by 50%. Should we add a new question to the queue?
That won't be necessary. Next question. Why did you become a detective?
And handyman.
Whatever.
I'm doing it for Graf.
Dumb. Graf. Oh. I assume this is your son.
No, he's Leah's. In her testament, she asked me to. Hey, I thought you'd remember. After all, you were in charge of the case 5 years ago.
My memory isn't a database, you know.
The chief means he's getting old and can't be as efficient as he used to.
guess. Lately, I've been losing my memory, too. Whatever. I needed to make a living for both of us. The police ain't helping us, so I figured a lot of slummers could use my assistance.
Uh-huh.